Hi everybody, this is Love for Go 99. This is with a new deck profile. I've tested it out a little bit. I'm not giving you the deck list. The deck list will be in the description. I'm doing something that Draco DMD and Underworld 667 have been doing. When they do deck lists, they talk about the cards in the deck that make the combos go off, but they don't show the entire deck list. So they don't waste time doing that. So basically, I'm going to explain the combos and what makes this actually a decent deck. So I might show some of this, like the four synchros that I use in this deck the most often, because they're part of the reason I made this deck. I mean, so I'm going to get them out, so that makes it a lot easier when sorted. Okay. Now, okay. The main reason I built this deck was for spam summoning synchros or exceeds. I wanted monsters that could change their level, or could be used for synchro summoning in the first turn. That could help you push or hold off until your combo goes off, while having stuff like warning, solemn warning, or trap cards to help control what your opponent does. Now, so let me go ahead with the monster count. With the monster. The main monster for this build that did that combo would have been Trident Warrior. Trident Warrior says, when this card is normal summon, plus summon one level 3 monster from your hand. And it's a specific level 3, so you can only bring out a 7. Right there's a downfall. You can only bring out a 7. You guys should know this card because it came out in the Exceed structure deck, so it's not that hard to get. So this deck is fairly commonized. Anybody can build it, so it's actually a budget build that's actually competitive. Now, the synchros are what's going to make it be a little more expensive, but this is more or less a budget deck. Your next card I built with, so it can bring out 7s. So I thought, what good 7s can I find that work? We have Armwing, Chaos King, Archfiend, and H-Second Wyvern. Now each of these are specific, so I had to think of a way, what monsters could I use that could be used outside of their synchroing that could be consistently used in this build. So we had, for Chaos King Archfiend, I put Dark Resonator, because you have to kill it twice to get rid of it, so it could be a stall off if you need to. And this deck is a Chaos attribute, but I do not have Blacklist Soldiers, and I do not if I had them, I'd put them in the deck, but I don't, so, oh well. I work with what I got. Also, because of Armor Master, I need to put a Gale the Whirlwind in, which can be used to help cut and run over some of them synchros or exceeds. Now for the light monster, I need a specific light monster that can help me synchro or exceed easily with this build. So I thought of morphtronic scopen. This is a card people have looked down upon. I think this is a card people need to start using for their exceed decks, because it's a tuner, but it can also change its levels. With Trident Warrior, it can make a H-Second Wyvern, or you can use the effect. It's in attack mode, it comes out as a level 3. It comes out in defense mode, it's a level 4. Its level is changed. So it's like the one in the structure deck, the other light monster with the 1900 defense, changed level to 4. This one's better because it gives you the option to synchro, which I liked. So you could potentially go off and do an 8 easily with this build. But I'm running a lot of I'm running 3 Dark Resonators in this build. So I'm running lots of Dark Tuners, and potentially I have a good monster in this build that might help make this deck run a little faster. That would be the Dark Bug. Dark Bug is another card that's looked down upon. It doesn't even see any play. Dark Bug is a good thing because I'm running a Dark and an Insect, so it should be obvious I'm running the Dark Diviner. Dark Diviner is an Iron Chain Dragon and a Marshmallow, in my opinion, together. This thing cannot be killed in battle. Additionally, it makes your opponent mill off cards that kills a monster in battle. If this card is attacking a monster, if the attack is higher, the attack becomes equal to this card. So honestly, right there, it can suicide into the bigger monsters, make their attack the same, killing them off, and then milling them. So it's an amazing monster. This deck was specifically made to control the field. So being a control deck, it should be obvious. If it's there's a lot of low-level monsters, so if they are getting beat on, what's your next big option? Interplanetarypurpythorny Dragon. It's level 5, which you can use with your level 3 tuners to make 8s. And it's also a beater. It can be brought by with monsters being killed in battle or by an effect, so it's it's a good, last resort. And I'm thinking it's a lot more versatile than a cyber dragon, because this can be done on your opponent's turn if they slam into your weaker monster. So it lets you have your actual normal summon for your turn, so try and get this guy out. So I saw potential in him. And as being a control deck, it should be obvious you just look down in the description, you'll see the rest of the monsters. I'm not even going to explain the rest of them. So I built this deck to basically help bring these 4 synchros out specifically easier, faster. And I had the idea of it for a while. I mean, I wanted to build a deck that can use Dark Diviner and Ancient Wyvern, but they were two different, they required so much specifics on them. If I'm going to do a specific deck that requires specifics to make it, why not find monsters that have another specific to it? Specific to fiends, specific to blackwings, specific to light, specific to dark, and insects. These had a double. This was actually a double problem because it had to be an insect and a dark. So dark bug was the most potential candidate for that little thing. So comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. My deck list down the bottom. If you have any questions, leave a message down below. Also, go check out Dracum DMD or Underworld 667. If you aren't already subscribed to them. So yeah, peace out, everybody.